In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to a prison by a military coup for a crime they did.
Nope. It's Nope. Season 2. We're back, baby.
Okay, I want to ask something before we go into season 2. Do Dan and Hassan know what that one was?
Absolutely not.
My head went to the A-Team.
Yes! It was the A-Team.
Okay.
Yay.
All right, so I love that Sal got it, though. He did.
Like, oh, A-Team.
All right, so guys, we're bringing back Nope. You guys wanted it, we brought it back. Season 2 is going to be all aliens all the time, and my goal at the end of this one is to make them believers of aliens and make Dan desire some butt probing.
Can't wait. Let's see him.
Can't wait.
Demonetized.
But we're going to do the format a little differently this time, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to bring up 2 recent UFO sightings. Then I'm going to talk about a classic, famous one.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
So.
And then we rate them from which one we would rather be. Oh.
Yeah. Now, bear in mind, we're in a day and age where recently, I think within the last month, they have officially started a UFO investigation unit within the government.
Okay.
So the X-Files are real.
I mean, I feel like the X-Files have always been real. Like, there's the idea of there being like a paranormal department. You know, that was popularized during World War II. You know, when they were they did like ESP tests, and they did like LSD experiments on people, and I believe that like the X-Files are actually based on some kind of validity.
Well, now we publicly know they exist, and I know what my next job is going to be.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
so,
although that'll put a lot of people out of business where, like, you see them on the History Channel, like, UFO expert. It's like, yeah, well, I actually work for the government, and I can tell you, you are not a UFO expert.
Just because you say you are. Okay, so our first one is a mysterious object that was spotted over Tucson, Arizona on September 7th. So we're literally 2 days from the sighting.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, finding UFO sightings in this year was a lot easier than looking for cryptozoology sightings in the last year.
Yeah.
So here we go, Hassan. Are you ready to I'm going to make you a believer.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Is it a plane, a satellite, or is it something extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Southern Arizonans baffled by strange lights moving across the early morning sky, and viewers across the region sending in photos and videos today. Good evening, I'm Dan Maries. What makes this
I don't care, Dan Maries.
Same video. Our own Hannah Tita has
a hot reporting center.
Hello, Hannah.
There it is. There it is.
Just after 5 a.m., a streak over Green Valley, a long string of glittering lights over southwest Tucson, and this video by the University of Arizona, a bright object.
So we got multiple forms of footage catching this one.
Right after it passes out of sight, another object appears to fall from the sky on the far left side of the frame.
So I'm quite disappointed. Had I been at home, I might have seen this.
This guy looks like an expert.
Wait, hold on. I want to comment real fast. Was that a guy that they interviewed who literally just said, "I may have seen it if I was home"?
I didn't see it, but here's a caricature drawing of me with an alien. And here's an old man using a computer from 40 years ago.
At the Ministry of Defense.
The retired UFO investigator now lives in Tucson.
That was his old headshot. That's what that was.
Governments have a similar process of elimination.
First of all, you would interview the witnesses. Now, I understand this was picked up on a remote camera, but some people around other parts of the U.S. did see it too.
Right.
Next, investigators...
Here's some stock footage of a plane or a helicopter.
Let me go find more footage of...
level and speed.
Talk about padding a segment.
Astronomers and meteorologists report the first object is likely a SpaceX Starlink satellite.
The second object...
That's a satellite?
Interesting the way it appears to be falling to Earth. Again, with my skeptical hat on, I would say it's likely perhaps to be a fireball meteorite.
We're going to pause it on that scene. All right.
Yeah, please. For these Daft Punk bondage aliens.
So the theory is that this is a SpaceX satellite and a falling meteor that happened to be happening at the exact same time. Going down the side here on the left, we'll start with, you know what, Hudson's been quiet this whole, we'll start with Hudson.
Yeah.
Hudson, what do you think this is?
Aliens. They're here. And they're not going anywhere. That one, I mean, genuinely, like I'd like to believe, but that is very clearly just something on someone's camera lens. Like it just doesn't.
No, but they got it for 3 locations. That's the interesting part.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and we have that shot that's going behind him.
Do you know how many people just own drones now?
Right.
How many average everyday people? Snapchat sells drones for.
Here's a
to
second
put
shot of the
people's
same
story.
thing. Okay. And then somebody else got a shot of glitter in the sky coming off of it.
Yeah, that straight line with all the lights on it.
Yeah. So you're thinking drone?
I'm gonna throw out non-extraterrestrial. I don't think this is an alien.
I do think it has a pretty clear shape on this shot right here. This is a very clear shape of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I swear I'm not trying to put her on screen more. There. It's a very clear shape, in my opinion.
You know, when Superman gets trapped in the Phantom Zone, he's in that little glass thing and it, like spins around. That's what that is. Yeah,
that's it.
Somebody's going to the Phantom Zone.
He threw someone in the Phantom Zone.
Good.
All right, Dan. What batshit crazy idea do you have?
Well, first off, I'm curious what the actual speed of it is, because all of that looks very slowed down, which makes me wonder if they're slowing it down so we can see it easier, or if when they saw it, it was just like a phoom.
I think it was a fwoom. I think it's
because honestly, if it's the excuse
that's definitely
of
slowed
it's exactly, like it looks slowed down, so it could easily just be like a reflection off a satellite, which could be one thing, and explain like the different angles having different appearances of it, because obviously the reflection is going to look different from different angles. And the one going down, like the guy said, it could be a meteorite. Things are falling from space all the time. They're just not always massive. Like,
right.
People often are like, oh, well, the only things that fall from space are giant meteors. And it's like, no, random debris comes through all the time. It just burns up in the atmosphere most of the time. And
so you're saying that this is debris, but this?
The one going across looks too big to be like a plane or something. Like it looks like if that was the size that far away, it would have to be a massive, massive sky bus, basically.
So Fortnite's real in your book.
Exactly. Not aliens, but Fortnite battle bus. That's where we're talking. But it looks just like a reflection in the sky, to be honest.
Sal, what's your theory before we ask the inevitable question we have to ask?
Right. I mean, I think like the one on the left is it's very much the shape of like a plane. It could be like a reflection of a plane. It could be like, but only like, but like light being bent or it being like an odd reflection. The one on the right, honestly, like I don't know about space debris. It falls too sharply and too straight for it to be, just random rock. Although it could just be a drone that like lost its battery life and it just fell. They just...
So we're back to Hudson's drone idea.
I mean, the fact is we have so much more crap in the sky than ever before by regular people. And I understand that like the US government really wants like more info about like stuff you see in the sky. Like it used to be that if you had like a tape that you sent to the government, they'd like laugh at you and throw the tape away. And then you had to send it to like some crappy exploitative Fox program. But like now they're like, no, send us your tapes. Like send us everything you got. Like show us what you found, because they need to like classify, chronicle, figure out, because like arguably the UFO landing in Roswell and all that stuff, like all the Area 51 stuff, like those were spy satellites. Like those were like early proto drones. Like these were military craft that were used for surveillance. And if everyone on the planet is filming each other with their phones and flying crap into the sky, I think the government would like to know who's doing what, with what, when, so that when something that they don't clear comes in, they can classify that as something. Because a UFO just stands for unidentified flying object. Like it's just a thing we can't say what it is. I haven't identified what it is. All I know is it is a flying object. That doesn't mean it's an alien craft, like that'd be a different acronym. But as far as like that thing falling, drone. That thing in the sky going this way, reflection of something, or it's just nothing. Like it,
right?
It could be because they're saying it's like multiple locations and stuff. Well, are they, or are they just different crap that different people are seeing at the same time? It's hard to quantify an unidentified flying object. Like these are not as convincing as bits that I've seen from the past couple of years, where I'm like, oh. Like there was that the line of lights in the sky. I remember seeing something like that. That was by multiple cameras in multiple locations, and I remember being like, "That's kind of interesting. Like that's tougher to explain." But then
here's
again,
somebody's doorbell ring. For the record,
okay,
who sits at their Vivint in the morning? She's like, "All right, what happened overnight?"
I do.
Do you really just scan your Vivint every morning?
Is Vivint a popular brand of
I don't have a Vivint myself.
Yeah, this and Ring are the two big ones.
Okay, but
as Ring and Google Home. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no. If I get a notification, I'm like, oh yeah, who is out there?
Interesting.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good move. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. If you go back to the beginning of the footage, there's another one.
Oh,
where was it?
Scrub through. Keep going.
There.
Keep going.
What's that? It's like it's whatever the other thing was. Plane
or aliens. All right, so the question is this aliens?
No, I'm going to say no.
No.
Okay. Next up, we've got a sighting in Texas.
That's an alien right there. That was a UFO.
That was straight up an alien.
This is the sighting in Texas. No.
Man, wouldn't that be dope? If that was if it's just a straight up effing UFO, just
this is sighted in Texas. These 5 lights. It's in multiple sources.
Oh, okay.
I believe this is the other footage of it. Yeah. See, someone else got it too.
Yeah. Now
that looks like the thing in the movie Nope.
Yeah. Speaking of Nope, that looks like Brainiac is coming.
It looks like Brainiac.
I mean, those are green lights.
I'm
in
also
the
gonna
sky.
throw out drone, right?
Yeah, drone.
Like, that also looks more like a drone than the other thing did.
Absolutely.
I think we only have 2 shots of this one, though. So this guy's even questioning, was this drones?
Probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Explanations to the sighting range from potential unidentified flying objects to much less exotic explanations like unmanned aerial craft drones. They reviewed the footage and described as a drone expert. I like how it's in quotes. Responsible for training drone pilots. There's nothing extraterrestrial involved. Yeah. So.
Okay, so that's a drone.
Yep. We're thinking drone. We're going to go with drone, what he said, or is he covering it up, Hassan?
Right.
Oh man, he's covering it up. And he uploaded footage of a drone to help cover it up more.
I think the fact that it's not moving, it kind of like that's something.
It could unknowingly be covering it up.
Yeah.
Like the only logical explanation is a drone.
Yeah.
But like you said, like they aren't moving in any way. Exactly. They're not moving, and they're not moving in comparison to each other.
Like at the Disney parks now, when they're doing the fireworks celebration, they do like a drone show with lights now, and they like make figures and stuff. That's what that like in my brain looks like, and it's not just a Disney.
I saw a Pokemon one of those too that they just did in Japan.
They did one in Japan. Here in Birmingham, Alabama, they did the World Games a month ago or 2 months ago, and they had drones there too. It's crazy because we can't afford infrastructure. How do we get drones? But they like. That is reminiscent of that. Like, it's specifically, they can stay completely stationary in the spot they need to stay in, and then they move around and turn into different things.
They look abnormally large lights for drones that far away, though, compared to the drones that I've seen for, like the one Benny's mentioning, the Pokemon. A lot of it's a lot more smaller dots with thousands of drones, whereas those... I'm not saying it's not drones, but I'm saying that those lights on them are very, very large for a small drone this size way up in the sky.
Mm-hmm. But they could just be brighter lights that are casting the illusion of size. Like they could just be, they could be just 5 small drones that are blasting light. Like, because you could outfit your drone. I mean, I've seen like those flying Supermen with a drone where it's like a human being flying around. You
I've seen those.
But I think that. As drone technology becomes more ubiquitous amongst like collectors and hobbyists and just random hangers on, like you can get some pretty crazy stuff. You can really, I mean, those crop circles were really impressive back in the day. Remember how impressive those crop circles looked? And it's like, oh, that was just some rando Like that was just a
that's the best
dude.
part about those crop circles. They were just discovered to be a random guy.
It was just some guy, and I'm like, really? Like they're really impressive. Like they're really intricate. What is that? These people with their drones, like they could do an entire thing where, like, though I would be very surprised those lights didn't also like do a whole little dance or make it a little maneuver, because we can achieve so much with drone technology now, as Hassan pointed out. Like the whole like, you know, production of making shapes in the sky is theater now.
Yeah. I would say here's like a Baby Yoda one. Does it show up? Camera focus.
There you go.
Look at that one.
Yeah,
it's
you can
it's smaller than, or it's bigger than I thought it was, because I've seen what Dan's talking about. There's like a lot of small drones. They make an incredibly intricate image. The ones that Disney been using, I think they have a mix of those, but they also have these like bigger block ones that just have like a few stationary lights that they can spread across the light.
Well,
So that
another
is that
question
one.
behind
What's that?
that one would be, how long were they up there? Did they move at all? And then what happened when they disappeared?
You're right.
Because if they are drones being practiced for some sort of thing, you would have to imagine they would move at some point, or they would turn off at some point, or you would see something to make you go, because like, if let's say it is practicing for one of these shows where they create a Baby Yoda, they got to fly up there, they make the Baby Yoda, and they often move during these routines and like the performances. So it's a question of how long was it up there and how still was it that entire time? Because if it was up there for a couple hours and it didn't move a single time, then you start going, okay,
Not a
battery
drone.
life.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even just putting it up there for no reason? Like,
It's true.
Like, if it is a drone for that reason, you got to imagine there's something they're doing. They're either rehearsing something or they're testing something, but there would be other aspects behind it, as opposed to if it was an alien in space, like, and we're just seeing the lights coming down, where it's just out there and we're just seeing it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's one of those, more information would help decipher what it actually is.
Right. So the final question here, guys. UFO, Brainiac, or drones?
Yeah.
Brainiac with drones.
Droniac 5.
Droniac 5.
Yeah.
All right. So the other situation, I want to bring up a classic case of that is called Unexplained, with over 3,000 people reported sightings of a UFO in Belgium in 1989. Okay?
Okay.
This is the actual images that came up from that. And then there's some like artist renditions, but they all look along these lines. They're triangle UFOs.
Yes.
Well, that is Brainiac's logo. We're going to circle back to the other thing.
Right?
So over 3,000 people reported seeing
Oh my God,
this.
that was Brainiac 4. Now Brainiac 5's on his way.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So this links to the ones we just saw. What if it was another craft like this and it was the Brainiac 5 in comparison to the 4?
Yeah.
Now, I got an article here with full-blown case details about it. But basically, what we saw is a big triangle object with 3 bright white lights at its corners. In the middle was a flashing red light. It passed by, approaching the roof since it was flying low. This mystery began at a small town in Yupun. If you live there, I'm sorry. It's totally wrong. Less than 7 miles from the German border. We approached the crossroads. Our attention was drawn to an unusual sight. We saw a field near the road that was all lit up, and the lights looked like a huge football field. So this thing right here.
Yeah.
Suddenly, they told me that they were seeing a strange object in the sky, and it made no noise. We joked about it and said it might be Santa Claus trying to land. So this is all the information of the actual sighting. But what it boils down to is everyone saw this triangle ship, this is the actual photo, the one that's made its rounds. I think I have a bigger shot of it over here. This one and this one are the 2 supposedly real photos of the device from 1989. Okay. Now, 1989, we don't have drones as an excuse, Hassan.
Hey, man. You don't have to. You're saying there weren't drones in 1989? You don't know that.
Right?
I will
What
say
if
you don't have the
time-traveling
hobbyist. Time traveling drones. We don't have the hobbyist excuse, but I'm not super well versed in any like the Roswell or any of like the popular alien sightings. But Sal said it earlier, where he was like, they were satellites, they were spy drones, they were spy anything back in the 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this thing went from 7,000.
That.
This thing went from 7,000 to 10,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This is from radar footage they got. And then it plummeted another 500 feet in only 5 seconds, accelerating to more than 1,000 miles an hour. That's 1.5 times the speed of sound. The extraordinary combination of acceleration and descent would be fatal for a human pilot.
Yeah.
Even if the craft were to exceed the speed of sound, no one on the ground reporting it heard a sonic boom, which makes it more interesting.
Well,
so this is one of those unexplained things. So what do you guys think?
Well, according to Reuters, it was explained.
What?
So if you'd like to know what happened.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I
Let's
just
hear
looked
it.
up unexplained, historical UFO
apparently,
stuff. So.
This is according to Reuters well, it doesn't... whatever. But according to Reuters, a Belgian UFO photographer a Belgian UFO photograph that became a worldwide hit was faked with a piece of polystyrene, according to one of the people behind the photo that was revealed 20 years later in a TV interview. He said, "You can do a lot with a little. We managed to trick everyone with a piece of polystyrene," said one of the forgers, identified only as Patrick, who said he pulled it off at age 18. "We made it with a model. We made a model with styrene. We painted it, and we started sticking things to it. Then we suspended it in the air and took the photo," he said in an interview. The photograph taken in 1990 became a sensation. Apparently also in another sighting in November of 1990, because this is part of what they called the Belgian UFO wave.
There was a bunch of these supposedly showing up.
One of them, November of 1990, which was later explained, but this is the one that was seen by people, that was like a triangle with lights in the sky that was heard by people. Soviet satellite. Breaking up.
Not a drone.
But a satellite, a Soviet spy satellite breaking up. Dozens of people in Belgium reported the seeing it with 3 lights flying slowly and soundlessly, according to Reuters reporting at the time. Yeah. Spy satellite.
All right. Well, we have an answer to that one.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
does our fake situation and 2 possible drone situations make you guys believe in the existence of aliens? Hassan, do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely. Are you kidding?
Irrefutable.
Are you kidding? Look
Okay.
how tiny our planet is. There's a universe ever expanding. You think there is another intelligent life? A life more intelligent than the mud people we live with right now? Come on, man.
That's not me. We don't call Dan a mud person. But Dan, mud person, what do you think about aliens?
Well, my fellow mud people out there exist. So, yes, aliens definitely do exist. These instances, maybe not as much related to that, but separately speaking, I do think aliens exist.
All right, Sal, our big skeptic, our Dana to our Scully.
Right. Dana is Scully.
Hold on. I was like, I said that wrong. Our Scully to our Boulder. There we go.
There we go.
Do you believe in aliens and have these converted you, or do you believe these are real?
These are all fake, and they have not converted me in any way. And by fake, I mean they exist. They're just not aliens. I don't think aliens flew 90 billion light years to come here and then go and then leave. Right. But the truth is out there, and I'm a skeptic, but I'm certainly open to the idea. I mean, it would be very. What was it? Einstein said once. It would be. On the existence of aliens. He said, "It is more probable than improbable."
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there you have it. Season 2 of Nope has begun.
Strong opening.
We have 8 to 10 episodes of alien sightings to go through. So if you're interested... What was that reaction, Sal?
I feel like it's going to be 8 and 10 episodes of this. Here's some more lights in the sky that look a lot like drones.
No, I have abduction stories I've researched.
Okay,
into.
good. All right. I'll take
You got
abductions.
some abductions.
That
We're
one,
ready.
that's some juicy stuff. All right.
Yeah, we're just starting with these lights in the sky situation. We got to
He
start
actually
somewhere.
went to his backyard, put his drone in the air. His little DJI Mavic took some pictures of it. What do you guys think about this footage found in Colorado?
in my backyard.
Yeah.
I swear I didn't film it though. All right, guys, thank you for joining us for season 2 of Nope. We're going to get you a whole nother batch of Can We Convince Them to Be Believers? This one might work easier, or it's all Brainiac, apparently. We'll see you guys next time right here.